there to facilitate, I just want to.
Am I Coda? What are we doing?
No, you're.
We're both at TRs?
She has good insurance.
Okay, so this is her effective side, okay, so say that she is slumping toward this side, okay. Notice the hand placement that just has on her hand, on her shoulder. On her hand should be right here and sort of promoting extension, okay?
Am I good on my right side?
Yeah, you're using your right, okay, but the left is not good. Okay, but you're really, low functioning, okay, so poor trunk control, okay? Okay, so say, you don't need to put your hand right next to it, so you want to put your shoulder next to it. Shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip, okay? Okay, so what is she providing now? I'm gonna take your hand away, okay? What is she providing now with her shoulder? Support. So support, okay, also, what else?
Proprioceptive input.
Okay, but, but if this side is flaccid, what is she feeling from Jess? Tactile. Your own nervous system, okay? Your nervous system is intact, okay? So you're able to respond to her nervous system. Okay, so sort of lean over more to that side.
Can't.
Okay, because you. Okay. Oh, it's okay. Okay, but say if she starts to lean over to the other side, now we need somebody else, okay? So please, we need another therapist. Come on and sit right beside her. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. Okay, so, oh, wow, look what happened. You didn't say anything, okay? But it was all tactile. You spoke to her tactily. And her nervous system respond, okay, to Elaine's and also to Jess's, okay? Because obviously Jess isn't falling over. She's maintaining her trunk control. Elaine is maintaining good trunk control. And they're responding to that, okay? What's happening to her nervous system, and she's responding to their nervous system. So actually, we're using our own nervous system, aren't we? Our own neurons to help give information to neurons that are outside our body. How cool is that? Awesome. Okay.
Mary, I'm sorry, so you mean the sensation of having somebody sit on either side of Dion is causing Dion's nervous system to mimic what their bodies are doing?
It's responding to it.
Okay, so like it's responding and saying.
Because when they both brought her up, it responded to that cue, didn't it? And what is a cue? It's a sensation. What is that sensation? It goes to the brain, it goes into posterior multimodal, it mixes it around. Okay, and then it goes forward stream into the anterior multimodal and then to motor, okay? And you responded to that sensation.
So they didn't physically prop her up.
Well, Jessie has her hand on my back, and whenever I slump, she pushes. Whenever you see me do this, it's because she's pushing me.
Okay, but again, that's a tactile cue, isn't it? Okay, and just your nervous system sitting there, okay, is maintaining your balance. Okay, but you're getting information from that, aren't we? Okay, so passive, true, but good information. Okay, so now we want to work on this with this person. We can do a static, a sitting static, activity, okay, reaching or doing something. But now, since I want to work on higher cortical levels, I'm going to make this a little bit more challenging for this individual. If we challenge it, the nervous system, it's going to improve it, okay? You may not see it immediately, maybe you'll see it briefly, but then the next day maybe you're not going to see it, and you can do it again, okay? But eventually, that person should be able to, integrate that into their own nervous system, and it's going to translate into improved trunk control, okay? Okay, so this is the side that I'm going to watch, okay? So this is the hand that's not working, but this is the hand that does, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to have you scoot forward so you can stand up now, okay? So I'm going to put the feet a little bit underneath, but I can't go too far because you need to scoot a little bit closer to the edge, but not to the edge, okay? Okay, folks, put your hand right here. Okay. Bring your body toward here. Okay, now we're going to, and this, you may have to help lift the bootay, but, okay.
In general, you're saying?
Yeah, but you're gonna give support, because remember, she could fall back this way, or she could fall back this way. Okay, so you guys have to facilitate, okay? You're gonna have to use your hands, okay? So you might have to use this hand, but not there. Right there, okay, good. Okay, so now we're in a position to stand, okay? And we're standing again because we wanna work on higher cortical levels. It's a much more involved task for this person at this level. So again, when we have that person stand, what are we activating? The reticular activating system and the brainstem. We're trying to activate trunk control for the cerebellum, okay, head and neck, okay, and also cortical nerves. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna help you stand, okay? So yeah, put your hand right here, okay? Bend toward me, you're gonna facilitate, okay? Keep bringing it forward, now up, okay. Notice that they use placement in the hand, on the shoulder.
I'm not really straight, I'm kind of like.
Okay, so what's happening to her? Are you guys extending too much?
Oh, my hyperextended your back?
Right now I'm okay. Before it was not.
Okay, so this is what we wanna watch, so we don't overdo it too much, okay? And maybe say Leon had problems with coming up, bend forward a little bit. But then I'm gonna place my hands on the clavicles, okay? Notice that I'm not using my fingertips, but I'm using the broad part of my fingers. And on the clavicles, it's sort of a noxious sort of stimulus. Makes that person wanna move away from that, okay? So that'll help with trunk extension. Okay, so once we have her stabilized, she's weight bearing in both limbs, okay, lower limbs. Then we can work on trunk control, okay? We can work on crossing midline, going back to midline, okay, trunk rotation. But we want to have that person not reach for something imaginary, okay? So we want that person to reach for something that's actually real, okay? So Amy, do you mind going into that room? There's a broken mirror and some shaving cream.
Where's your right hand? Is that your back?
It's on the head.
Go trade us.
I'm so impressed. And of course, I would have items already ready, so we can do it. Okay, Amy, do you mind just putting some shaving cream on that mirror? Not at all.
Why would I be reaching for that?
Well, obviously, what is the tactile component? Because if you do different sensations like auditory, tactile, olfactory, different kinds of tactile sensory, that is increasing, you know, the range of your intervention, okay? Because if you're bringing in a lot of different sensation sound, okay? Okay, so Dan, can you reach across? This is crossing midline, okay? Now, can you spread that foam on the mirror?
Without cutting it.
Yeah. And get, instead of more bad luck, there's a bad luck.
Below budget.
Yeah. Okay, so, well, again, it's very unpredictable when you're working with a real object versus something. Okay, so we did this, so we got some tactile, some visual information, and also some control for the trunk. So we're not gonna, you know, support her completely, we wanna see what she can do on her own, okay? So if we can build up that, you know, that balance, that's really good, because then that person is integrating that nervous system. Okay, so crossing midline, so what if we wanted to do trunk rotation? So it's not completely trunk rotation until she did this. Okay, so scrape that off.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so let's give you a little bit of paper. So where's that toilet paper thing I had?
On the mat.
Oh, it's on the mat. Okay, so Amy, let's have her, let's see.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Right now, when you rotated me like this, all my weight went to my left leg.
Yeah, and I want that because now you've shifted and supporting that side, even though I'm holding it there. You're getting input into that side, okay? Okay, great. So Amy, if you can go to this side, let's have her do what?
Wait, I'm confused. So you have
having braces on the left, on lower, but then you're using your right hand for activities, shouldn't you be using your left hand?
Flaccid,
It's
to be flaccid.
flaccid.
Oh, okay.
So it's in a weight-bearing position, but we still wanna work on trunk control, and we gotta go again, pay attention.
But why would
What
we
are the
be,
movements of the trunk?
why would we be doing tactile stimulus for that, for on
Because
the,
if you add more sensory information, it makes it much interesting, richer for that
Okay.
nervous system to acquire integration.
even though it's not working the affected side? Sorry, I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, but we're still working this effective.
You know,
I
weight
have it
bearing.
in weight bearing, I have
My
this
leg
in
is-
weight
No,
bearing.
I know, but I meant the sensory on the unaffected side affects the affected side?
They're getting just more sensory information. If you use auditory, if you play music, or if you make like sound, they have to respond to that sensory information, okay? Yeah, she has good sensory on this part, but we wanna connect those areas, okay? So if you use more richer areas to do it,